Hey everybody, it's Tasha from Tasha Quilts, and I got my Cotton Cuts Mystery Quilt box in the mail. This is my first one, so today I'm going to do an unboxing and sew up my first clue and let you know what I think. All right, so a little background, and I'll be looking at my phone to make sure I get this right. I ordered this kit back in December of 2024. I got the large size, which is 72 by 72, and I got it in the Freebird colorway, which is Tula Pink fabrics. I did add an oops kit, and this cost me $338.04, including shipping. So that's where we're at with the cost. So the first clue came out on February 7th, and I think I got this, well, let me check when I got it. And I got the package on February 18th. So a little bit after it started, they're a small company and they had some staffing issues, I believe. So still perfectly happy with this. And supposedly inside this box is my full year worth of fabric that's already been pre-cut and my oopsie kit that I bought. So I have not opened this yet. I did slice it open. So I'm going to switch my camera around and put it overhead so that you can unbox this with me and we can take a look at exactly what this looks like inside when you get it for the first time. Because I'm a newbie, so these will be my first impressions, having never seen one of these kits before. So here's the box, nice and clean, cute little logo. Not gonna lie, I thought this box would be bigger when I got it in the mail, but let's see. I guess that's the beauty of getting pre-cut fabrics. Making sure you guys can see. All right, so we got a cute little sticker, some, ooh. All right. Wow, it says this is our 17th mystery quilt at Cotton Cuts, and we are so excited about this new design from our partner, Sheila Christensen. We are sure you will love this beautiful quilt that you will make. It says, please note that all the fabric that you need is included in this box, numbered by clue, and we will email you assembly instructions. Extra borders, accent kits, and backing will be mailed prior to the big reveal in November. Okay, so this goes through November. Okay, and then it's got like a little inventory sheet of everything that you're supposed to have, which is great. We'll keep this. Here's my Freebird with some tips and tricks. Oh, and so this is by Untamed by Tula Pink, and it gives me what fabric for everything is. I normally like solids, so I'm a little nervous about this. They don't offer a solids kit. I wish they did. That would be great, but they do not. And although I'm excited about this fabric, and oh, it looks like they're having some sort of retreat. Okay, so then, oh wow, look, everything's nice and labeled. Ooh, what is this in Clue 5? There's like a little envelope in there. Clue 1 has some pretty pens. Oh my gosh. So everything, let's just take a look. So we have all of our clues. Oh, what is this? There's a little block of the month kit. Oh, maybe these are like little extra blocks. I don't know what that is exactly, but how cute. A bunch of these little cards. I don't want to show too many, but that's pretty neat. So it goes from February through November. Interesting. Okay, so that's cute. I'm a sucker for any extras, you know? All right, so we got clue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with that little mysterious envelope in there. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whoops, there's some more cute things in here. Oh, and I want to open them up, but I'm going to resist. Oh, and this must be my oopsie kit. So it's got a little bit of extra fabric in case I goof anything up, which I purchase extra because anxiety. I am so excited. All right, so let's look at cute clue 1 here. Make sure you can still see. Yep, okay. So clue 1, and so this is what I printed off. And so obviously these do not have colors on them because they offer so many different colorways. So from what I gather, I need to pay attention to this. And so this tells me what all my different fabrics are for the different options in here. So I will take inventory of these pieces and then I will start sewing up, but I'm going to open this up really quick. Because let me tell you what, they know their target audience. They gave me 2 Cotton Cuts pens that are like super fluorescent and yellow, which is why, you know, I love funky colors, which is why I picked this pattern. And I love this pen. I love these pens. I'm into it. So thrilled with those pens. And then here's all my little cut pieces. They say they're die cut. So you can see everything's all cut and I just have to sew. So far I am loving this. I can't remember if the kit I bought comes with backing and binding. It must, but I don't have the binding. Oh, wait, I think when I was reading in the beginning, it said something about that. I should get some clarification. It says extra borders, including border accent kits and backing, will be for the big reveal. So is the binding in the final clue? Oh, here's the binding. Binding is in clue 10. So great, right? Yes, that's what it says. So that's great. So I have everything. I do think you have to buy backing separate, which I did not buy the backing that goes with this. I'll pick a backing when I get closer to being done. Probably just from the local quilt shop, but you never know. I think I can still buy backing through Cotton Cuts. Okay, so that's a lot of rambling. I'm going to start, well, probably not now. We're going to run off to a birthday party, and then I am going to put some footage in here of me sewing up this first block, and then I will be back to tell you how I liked it. Okay, talk to you then. Hey everybody, we're back. It's actually the next day because after that kid's birthday party, I was more tired than the kids were. So I sat down today and got to sewing, and I took some notes with my fancy new pen, my fancy new Cotton Cuts pen, and have some notes about my thoughts on completing my first mystery clue that I'm going to share with you. So first up, I'll show you the 2 different, so I guess spoiler alert, I'm going to show you the 2 different blocks. So we made 2 different like sections twice, so 4 total pieces. So you can see one of each hanging up behind me, and I have one of each in my hand. And so this one is actually 1B, and then this one is 1A. So the first little challenge I ran into was just sorting the fabrics. Some of the 2 floral prints, especially when they were in the smaller triangles, looked pretty similar to me. But once I kind of figured out what I was doing and how to quickly identify them, that cleared that up. So overall, that was fine. I had all of the pieces in clue 1, so everything was included. Wasn't missing anything, which was great. And what you would expect, right? The things I would do for next time would be a better iron. I was using my little small, well, you might. There was a dramatic cut yesterday, and I'm back. Well, I'm back the next day. And yesterday I went to go, I think next time, I believe where I left off in this video was going to be along the lines of, hey, I do wish that I had used a better iron. And I went to go grab this little iron to show you what iron I had used. So I used this little iron the whole time. Well, I thought I had unplugged this iron. I had not. So I grabbed it kind of like this, and I have some pretty serious blisters all over my hand. So I had to abruptly end the video. And unfortunately, I wish I had me grabbing a hot iron on camera, but it was out of frame because, you know, at least I would have had that. So I'm back to the video. I used a little iron. I do wish I had used my big Alesso iron. Is that how you say it? Alesso iron. But the little one did okay, but I was playing around with my seam allowances and getting the blocks to measure just right. And I feel like really having those seams pressed would have helped. So next time I will set up my area to have my bigger iron nearby. So like I had mentioned, after sewing up the blocks, I was like sometimes a little short. And so I was playing around with a scant 1/4 inch versus a 1/4 inch versus if I'm pressing adequately enough. So I think I need to play around with that a little bit more. But for the most part, my blocks were coming out the size they were supposed to. And I do like the way that the quilt pattern is written, that it gives you the measurements after every step so you know if you're on track or not. So I'm pretty reserved about this. I am, not sure how much I'm going to like it. Like I've mentioned, there's not a ton of contrast in some of these blocks. This one is, as someone who's used to working with solids, some of these blocks make me a little nervous. This one for sure, the fabrics look very similar to each other, and I don't love it, to be honest with you. I don't love it yet. I am going to stick with it. Everyone has told me to stick with it, and that they've often had reservations about their quilt blocks at the beginning of a mystery quilt. So I do plan on sticking with it. So I do find myself missing my typical solids, but we're going to hang on and see. All right, some other thoughts. I had written down all my notes with my new pen. Do like the new pen. I had also never made this kind of block with the triangles on the sides before, all around. So that was fun. That was good learning, or, sewing a new block. I had never done it before, so I was kind of eyeballing and not sure exactly how to line them up along the edges. Did pretty good. I did lose one of my points, but, unless you're looking for it, I don't know if you'd ever see it. So that's just between us, right? Okay, the other thing that I found that I'm still working through is that some of this material is really stretchy and then some of it's not stretchy at all. So I feel like, and I know enough about like cutting on the bias, cutting not on the bias, all that. So, but not enough to know like which cut is stretchy and which is not. It just feels to me that some of this fabric is cut along the bias and some is perhaps not. So I feel that pressing instead of ironing is going to be really important. I happen to always iron instead of press, so I really need to be careful of that because I feel like with the different types of stretch, it's easier for things to get wonky with your pressing, and like if you're pulling things through the machine, I feel like you can get some wonkiness because of the different stretches of the different cuts of material, if that makes sense. All right, so I thought it would be fun at the end of each time I do one of these clues as we go through, is if I would give you my review as if I would do this again. So as of right now, clue 1, so some of the pros are I got to do a block I've never done before. I have all the fabric I need. Some of the cons were the fabric was late, and some of these blocks don't have a lot of contrast, and there's no solids option. So I'm using a print. I love Tula bright colored. I love Tula solids. So I thought maybe it would translate to Tula prints. Right now, I'm not so sure. So TBD on that. So if I had to wager, like on a scale of 1 to 100, would I do this again? I'm like 51% yes. Like I want to see it through. I'm not like super in love with the fabric, not super in love with these first blocks. But it is fun to do different blocks. I am looking forward to having another clue to unwrap. So, I'm looking forward to when that next clue comes out. So, I'm kind of middle of the road right now, leaning towards, yeah, I probably would maybe do one again, but, I'm not so overwhelmingly in love yet, but I've heard that, it can grow on you, and I'm just a person who generally, likes to design my own quilts and kind of know what I'm getting into. So this is a new experience for me. So I'm a 51% out of 100 that I would do it again. Just a smidge more, smidge over half. All right, so the number one takeaway from this video, make sure your iron is off before you grab it. Okay? Don't be like me. Use the handles. Or as my mom told me in her infinite wisdom yesterday, as I was icing my hand and, whining, you should always treat an iron like it's hot. I'm like, well, Mom, now I will. Okay, Mom, now I will. So anyway, I hope you find some time for you. Don't forget I'm live Thursdays at 9. I'll see you soon. Take care of yourself. See you then. Bye.